What's up everyone, Vitaly here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to find out if the pins that you're creating in Pinterest are actually gaining traction and leading to growth, including traffic back to your website. What we're going to want to use is the Pinterest Analytics Overview tool that's available to anyone that has an account in Pinterest, and that'll tell you if the pins that you're creating are getting impressions, outbound clicks, engagements, pin clicks, and so forth. So that's what I'm going to show you how to use in this short video, as well as how to find out the specifics of which pins are gaining more traction. Before I do that, let me just quickly say that if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Vitaly. I cover the subject of online business, making money online, traffic generation from places like Pinterest and other areas. You're welcome to like, share, and subscribe because I do have a lot of content on this subject and many others throughout my channel. If you have any questions, leave them below. But the main thing I want to say is that below this video, I'm going to leave a link to a free case study that covers the full details of how it is that I make money online through things like Pinterest, specifically through this travel blog, which Pinterest traffic goes to, among other sources of traffic, and how it makes money like this. This is a report for the last 30 days. If you're someone that's interested in building something like this, a website that gets traffic from Pinterest and other sources and makes money, this is something I highly recommend that you check out. It's very beginner friendly, it's free, there's an action plan that you can follow, and it's going to get you started on that path. Now moving back into the main subject of the video, so you started creating pins on Pinterest. That's great, that's awesome. Creating pins is what leads to growth in your Pinterest. Specifically, when you publish a pin, it'll start to get impressions in the Pinterest search engine, and the more time that goes on, the more your pins will grow. In most cases, most of the pins that you create will not see good results, but the few that do are the ones that lead to getting you about 90, if not 100% of all the traffic that you'll get from Pinterest, and that can be a lot. But how do you actually tell which of the pins that you create are actually leading to that? The way to do that is you have to use the Analytics Overview tool in Pinterest, and here's what you do. Right here in the Pinterest account, in your case, you're going to be logged into yours. You're going to click on Business Hub. Then you're going to scroll over to where it says Analyze Performance, and the first one underneath that is Analytics Overview. You're going to click on that, and this is going to take you to a report. This report is going to share with you in the last 30 days, as it's by default located where it says Overview, how your Pinterest account is performing. So you can see by my impressions, there's over 500,000, engagements is up, outbound clicks are up, but what we're specifically looking for is the pins that are actually gaining traction, the ones that you've created. So the way to find that out is you have to scroll down until you reach the area where it says top pins. Now it's selected to engagement. You're going to want to select outbound clicks because this is going to show you the number of clicks that your pins get back to your website, which is ultimately what you want. And then what most people should do, especially if you're someone that's started creating pins within the last 30 days, is select this box where it says pins created in the last 30 days. Once you click that, it's only going to show you the pins that are in the last 30 days. Now, one thing you do want to filter out is where it says source. You'll see sometimes it says other pins and your pins. Forget about the ones that say other pins, because this pin right here that I created years ago, see it says, well actually it was created a long time ago before that, it's not something that I created in the last 30 days. It's shared by someone else, and that's why it's gaining traction. So we're going to forget this one. Only where it says your pins and nothing else in the source, that's what you're going to focus on. So these pins are pins that I personally created within the last 30 days, and I can see where it says total outbound clicks, like this one right here that I created, how to explore Pigeon Forge, Tennessee without breaking the bank. It got 58 outbound clicks to my website, and this is a pin that I created in the last 30 days. This next one is on a different subject about Lake Michigan. That one got 47, and this is organized in hierarchical order. So you can see a good report of the pins that you've created in the last 30 days and how they're performing, and really just gauge, hey, am I making progress with Pinterest? Am I seeing growth? And at least by this report, the answer is yes. Now you can also filter this out instead of outbound clicks by impressions, because when you publish pins, impressions are the first thing that you see that go up. They don't tell the complete tale. Ultimately, outbound clicks is the most important measurement that you're going to want to look at. But when you look at impressions, you will see different pins pop out in terms of which ones are growing the most, and they may be different than the the ones that are getting outbound clicks. But if you just started creating pins in Pinterest, it's completely normal for weeks, if not months, to pass by before you start to see the fruits of those labor actually bear fruit. And so this report that you see here is actually going to show that. Now, one thing that you can do is you can actually go back up here and change this to something further, like let's say 90 days. And obviously the numbers here are going to be much bigger, but then when you scroll down and you unselect where it says pins created in the last 30 days and you go back to outbound clicks, it's going to give me a report for the last 90 days of pins that I have seen throughout my account. And these can include pins that I've created many months ago, if not years ago, and how much outbound clicks they received in the last 90 days. And these are all of the pins that I have throughout my account, not the last ones that are created in the last 30 days. If I select this again, it's going to show me the same exact pins as it did before, so it's a little bit redundant to apply this if you're going to use a bigger measurement. So if you want to see, in the last 90 days, make sure this is not checked, and it'll show you the other pins that are performing well. So that's basically an overview of how you tell if your Pinterest account is making progress. Another thing that you will notice is up here, there's a little bell icon, and you can see that there's a number 1 next to it where it says notifications. You can also click on this, and it's selected to ads, but if you click on pins, it'll show you what's going on with the pins that you've created, who's saving them, who's liking them, who's leaving a comment, that kind of stuff. It can also show you that. But the analytics overview that I showed you here is going to give you a much more in-depth report on the progress of your Pinterest efforts. So I hope that this short video was helpful in that regard. And if you have any questions, leave them below. Like, share, and subscribe if you like this content. But I will leave actually more than one link below this video for further reference. The first one is going to be to my travel blog that receives Pinterest traffic and other sources of traffic that makes money online. This is the last 30 days report. It does actually make more money because I also do affiliate marketing on this website, but this doesn't cover the affiliate marketing income reports. This is a portion of them. But if you want to check that out in the description of the video. And the second thing that I'll leave a link to is my playlist to other Pinterest videos. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.